and I'm partying. I'm starting to sweat because it's like so hot because everyone's around. And then I look down at my hands, and my fingers were like foot-long hot dogs. And they were just wiggling back and forth, bro. I'm not kidding. And I was like, we could blame it on another bad season. Welcome into the podcast, another episode of a one-man show. We have me, we have Pierson, we have Adelia and Jess. Guys, we had a crazy conversation today.
Yep.
We talked about the one time I did mushrooms.
Yep.
I don't know why I'm admitting this, and I'm sorry, Mom.
Nice.
Stay tuned for that story. What else did we talk about?
We talked about the lockdown. We talked about death.
Quarantine, the passing of fellow YouTuber Cory Labarie.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things to talk about in this episode. So I hope you guys sit back and enjoy it and, learn from our mistakes, learn from what we
and learn from our accomplishments.
Learn from our accomplishments. Pierson booked a movie.
Come on.
Yay!
And yeah, guys, we'd love for you guys to engage in the comments. Give us your views. Keep them, remember, we all have opinions and there's no need to fight, but we'd love to hear your guys' opinion. So let's get into the episode. Yo, things are getting serious, man. Quarantine just got extended 3 more months. What the fuck, man?
But people are driving on the fucking freeway like there is no quarantine.
How do you feel about this, bro? I'm getting obese. I'm just going to say it. I'm getting fat. I need the gyms to open.
Right.
Here's what I don't understand.
Yeah.
We went to the moon.
Right.
We've landed shit on Mars.
And Pluto.
And we can't kill a little bug.
Technically, not a bug, but... Yeah.
What is it?
A virus.
What is it made out of? A bug?
No. What? No.
It spawned from bats, bro.
Right.
What lives in bats? Bugs. The birds work for the bourgeoisie.
The worst science of all time.
This is the government's plan to recharge all the birds to spy on us.
Dude, facts. 100%. Listen, QAnon has been going off on 4chan and Reddit forums, letting us know that the secret dark government is about to make all the arrests that they've been planning on. And I cannot wait.
But in all seriousness,
they're about 2 weeks late.
In all seriousness, those are all jokes.
Yeah.
What is going on, man? Why can't we figure this out? Why another 3 months on the extension? I can't do this anymore.
Bro, I'm getting stir crazy. I mean, we're probably the more active of the quarantine folk.
Yeah, 100%.
We actually we work out and do things and have goals. I think we've probably worked ourselves harder than
100%, yeah.
we were working before quarantine. But I don't feel great about it. I'm frustrated. It sucks. I don't know what to I don't know. What do you think?
How do you feel, Adelia? Let's transfer it to you because I told you the news down in the garage and you were like jaw dropped.
I just want to see, I love being around you guys. Don't get me wrong, but I want to see my other friends.
No.
How has it been affecting you? You talked about, you have a good friend in New York. You guys talked on the phone. You wanted to bring this up. You guys didn't say anything, you said.
We talk or we FaceTime every day, and I have not FaceTimed him in 2 weeks.
Wait,
I don't know why. I have all the time in the world, but I don't because we have nothing to talk about. We just sit there and I'm like,
in silence.
What you cooking?
Sick.
What are you doing? It's just awkward.
Yeah.
I think personally it's just getting to us. So it's like we're just both sitting here frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
And
what's the first thing you want to do when you get out of quarantine outside of see your friends?
Go out to eat or something. I don't know.
That sounds great.
You know what I mean? Go to a bar. Go to a saddle ranch and hug every single fucking bowling.
Watch a movie in a theater.
Mm-hmm.
All I want to do is go bowling.
That's disgusting. All the germs that are on those balls.
There's a lot of things we got to talk about today. There's so many. What? I have my own ball.
Still disgusting.
Oh.
There's so many things. Sommer Ray just tweeted. This just goes to show you about my point last week in the podcast about everyone's obsessed with sex. Sommer Ray tweeted.
Not true.
Starting an OnlyFans. 18,000 retweets. See your jaw dropped. You're like, hell yeah, I want that content.
Listen, Pornhub Premium's nothing. Treat me right.
But then she said she's trolling. But that just goes to show you how many people were hyped for that moment to happen.
That's wild.
Bro.
We've got too much time on our hands. Well, not we, but the world has too much time on its hands being in quarantine. Educate yourself. Do something productive.
Bro, I will literally smash a apple pie at this point. Like an American pie.
You
I'm just kidding.
You've done a smash in quarantine.
Didn't pan out well. I got my car in the shop right now because of that. So
We've all.
We've all done a smush.
yeah, of
Yeah.
course. You know,
Not
no
with
one's-
each other.
No one's
No.
Food for thought later.
Did anybody see James Charles' viral tweet?
Dude, the booty pic,
The the
Bro.
clapping cheeks pic.
the clapping cheeks.
What were you-
Adelia, what did you think?
I thought he had a really nice butt.
He had a soccer ball butt.
Here's my thing. At my first glance,
Yeah.
my reaction was probably like the rest of people.
Like, oh,
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like James Charles just straight up ass
I've dropped
out.
my phone twice already in this
Every
interview.
time.
Ass out. No shame.
No shit.
Trending on Twitter. Everyone's freaking out. And then I thought to myself, you know what? I'm fucking proud of this guy for doing this.
Yeah.
Because every girl on Instagram be posting these ass pics.
Yeah.
And these people be like, oh, I love that. Give me more. This is the content I love. And
Right.
then one dude posts a pic like that and the fucking internet erupts. What the fuck, man? That's fucking gross. Blah, blah, blah. All these comments are saying that. It goes viral on
Yeah.
Twitter. The double standard. And I want more dudes. I applaud James Charles for doing this to fucking clap back at these chicks and post the booty pics.
Hey.
Sorry, my buddy's FaceTiming me.
Oh, really? Can we have a serious interview?
Hey, man, I'm shooting a podcast episode. Can I call you back?
Bro, what's up? How you doing? Looking good.
All right, he's frozen. See ya.
The beard's fresh, bro. Almost as good as mine. Yo, I think it's great. I think it's awesome. I mean, for the most part, it is kind of this weird double standard that society has where we don't encourage guys like body appreciation. I don't know if
Right.
what that would be called, but like, I don't know. Adelia, what do you think?
Like I said, he has a nice booty.
Go on.
And I
Would you clap that ass?
no,
Why not?
because he doesn't like girls.
Well, I mean, if he did.
Yeah.
All right. Food for thought.
Another
Yo,
thing.
we should just call out to all the boys out there. For the boys. Do it for the boys.
do it for the boys.
Yo, fucking post some booty pics for the boys. You just go for it.
Honestly, leave
great.
a comment down below. What are your guys' thoughts on it? Like, obviously,
I feel like most like hyper masculine straight dudes would be like, bro, like that's no way, dude. I
Yeah.
can't fucking do that. But I do think it's good.
look at it from the different perspective.
Yeah, look at it as an opportunity as like dudes now can post booty pics and get likes out of it.
100%.
Yeah, it's like an advantage for them now.
Bro, that's why I was like, all right, I'm kind of bored here in quarantine, as most of us are.
Wait a second. I posted a booty pic and you didn't even like it. Yeah.
I'm not saying
Oh, you like James Charles'
I
booty
didn't like
pic.
it. I'm just saying it opened my mind. I'm not I don't like his content. I'm not a makeup guy. Like,
But you liked his booty pic and not mine.
I appreciate the fact.
Did you appreciate my booty pic? You literally
I
told me
texted
I'm
you
not
and
going to
said,
like
hey,
that.
man, nice photo. Not going to like it, though.
I want you to go back and like that after this podcast.
I will go back and like your booty pic.
Thank you.
Also, all right, so I went bald
All right.
for my vlog.
Right.
I did all these funny photos. What pisses me off, bro? Most likes on Instagram that I've had in a long time.
Right.
People care more about me looking ugly as fuck like Britney Spears than they do about me dropping some fire tracks, bro.
That does suck.
It sucks, bro. It
What-
makes me feel like shit when I get more likes being bald and double chinned
Yeah.
than I do being like, hey guys, just dropped my new single. Like you would think.
Put my heart and soul out there.
This is why I hate the internet, man.
The internet never fails to win at exactly what it wants to do. What does that make you feel like? What do you want to do? What do you like?
It just makes me feel like, and it goes like to the 6ix9ine. He got out of prison and his music video did like 120 million views in 3 days.
Yeah.
People just like dumb fucking shit. They don't
Yeah.
give a shit about good shit happening. They just want The internet is literally for fucking stupidity most of the time.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I open my YouTube rarely to like watch. Well, no, that's not true.
Educational shit because
Yeah.
it's boring.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I can't watch someone that sits like. No offense, I appreciate you guys listening to the podcast. I don't listen to a single podcast. I can't do it.
Idiot. Joe Rogan is the best podcast on the world.
He's great,
He's fucking fantastic.
but they talk so slow. Like, I listen to podcasts on 1.5 speed if I even listen to them.
That's interesting.
Literally, I got to get through it.
Yeah.
1.5 speed. Like,
What does that say about you?
I got ADD. I got shit to do.
Yeah, that's fair. But I do want to like kind of dissect that a little bit. But just like, what are you gonna do about the fact that like you keep dropping stuff that's authentic and it's real and it's fucking dope, but that stuff isn't going as viral as
I got to release a diss track. It's what I have to do.
Yeah.
I got to call out everyone. Just kidding.
Bro, hell yeah. Dude, call me out.
Anyways, in positive news,
Mm-hmm.
some authentic shit fucking actually happened. Pierson finally is able to announce the movie he got.
Fuck yes. I'm so excited. The man from Toronto, baby.
We are sitting next to, now he's standing, a movie star.
Literally.
Literally
He's been in movies already,
Yep.
and he just booked the biggest movie of his life
Yep.
alongside Kevin Hart and Woody Harrelson. How do you feel?
Fucking fantastic.
Yeah?
I'm so goddamn excited about this. This is the most monumental thing that has happened in my life since I moved to LA. That's huge for me. I mean, as far as like I got, I booked my first movie. That was big in my life. Then the next thing was like I booked my first TV show. Then I became a series regular. Both big moments. I got 2 Emmy nominations. Great moments. But this moment is now the official transition, as big as literally leaving everything behind home, coming to something entirely new, not knowing a thing about it, and transitioning into that new life.
How did you process it? How did you was it an emotional moment for you? Were you just like, fuck yeah, I booked the movie? Or were you like, did you ever sit back and you're like, damn, bro, I moved out here. I was living in a car, sleeping on couches, eating spinach every day. So I wanted to say ramen noodles, but you ate spinach.
Fucking no ramen.
Like, did you ever sit back and be like, Jesus Christ, I've come a long way? Because I was looking at your IMDb and your shit, you've been doing this shit since 2011.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm just new to your friendship. So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, Pierson's new in my life.
Right.
But you've been in this game for 9 years.
Yeah, bro.
That's a long time to be at it, at your dream.
Hell yeah. It's a long time. I set goals for myself every year, and I'm going to be honest, the last 2 years were probably the fucking worst 2 years. No, I should say 3 years. The day that I left Bold and Beautiful, it couldn't have been the more perfect storm for me to do worse in my career as far as everything going on in the world and me not being able to book a single part because of it.
Right.
But in the meantime, I sat down and I said, okay, I need to re-strategize. So I started writing my scripts that I'd had written down and ideas thought out for them. And now I have a list of a dozen scripts and multiple TV shows written out and ready to go. But it was terrible those 3 years. And now finally coming to this moment, and I think I told you, I passed on a huge project before this one because I knew there was something better out there for me. Literally a week after passing on a multi-million-dollar deal, which is insane, I get this project. And I was like, fuck, this is insane. And the pay's not as good.
Right.
But the job itself is incredible. And I think if I'm going to reflect, I freaked out in that moment. I was like, what's that? The meme or the GIF of the guy going, yeah. What's that?
Shia LaBeouf?
Probably.
Or Just Do It?
No, it's he's like a WWE wrestler or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The ones I put in my vlogs? With the crowd goes, yes.
Probably like
Yes.
that, something similar.
Yes.
There's something similar like that.
Yeah.
I literally, when I was on the phone with my agents and manager, I was like, fuck yeah. I was just jacked.
Jack to the
tits. And for the entire day, I had adrenaline. But then after that, I was just it was that moment where I got to reflect and be like, most people would have given up.
Mm-hmm.
Especially after the last 2 to 3 years that I had where it was terrible. Bro,
Right.
The first year I left Bold and Beautiful, I made $12,000.
Damn.
That is below fucking minimum wage anywhere.
So how did you survive? You weren't.
I saved.
Oh, you saved.
I
Okay.
had saved everything I made off of Bold and Beautiful. I mean, I still drive the same car I drove out here with.
Right. Humble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never lived beyond my means. And then I would take odd jobs anywhere I could. But yeah, and now it's getting a chance to celebrate it publicly with everybody is reminding me of all the hard shit that I went through coming into it. And just, yeah, it's fucking great. All the, the hard shit that you go through, the people you lose, the fucking friendships that come and go.
Right.
And yeah, it just makes it all so much better. It's that moment that you fucking struggle your whole life for.
Do you have any intimidation going alongside someone like Kevin Hart, Woody Harrelson, huge names? Like,
Oh, fucking yeah. Yeah.
yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Do you feel a pressure that you need to, because, like, do you ever think, what if this flops? What if this movie isn't what it is?
There's always that chance. I mean,
Right.
I don't, after reading the script and seeing the director's work and knowing Woody Harrelson and Kevin Hart, how they can deliver, I don't personally think it's going to be that.
Right.
Nobody thinks that going into any movie.
Right.
I do believe that this has a shit ton of potential. Like, the script is fucking hilarious and fantastic, and the action is going to be great. But I do hold a lot of intimidation walking into it because I don't want to be cut from the film. I don't want to be lost in the editing floor. I don't want to underperform. I don't want to overperform. I want to hit that fucking perfect scenario, the perfect storm, where it allows me to continue doing work inside of that larger medium.
When it comes to preparation for a role like this, what does that look like? Like, you going 0 dark 30 with it, off social media, you're focused on this script, becoming your character. When this, actually goes to shoot, you're done vlogging, or is this something you want to document? Like,
no, I'm going to document all of it. I mean, obviously the studio is going to have very strict parameters inside of that they won't allow me to show until the movie's been aired. And even inside of that, there's probably going to be stuff that they were like, you're never showing that.
Right.
Which is fine. That's part of the game. And I've got to adjust with that. But this isn't the role that I would go 0 dark 30 for, because it's close enough to me and who I am as a person that I can adjust to it. But the homework that I have to do is I usually take a script, I'll read it 3 times, I'll break it down, and I'll go over each page. So every moment that my character speaks, someone speaks about me, or the script says something about me, I write them down, I highlight them, and then I break it down from there, and I create an entire backstory. It'll probably fill up like 2 or 3 journals. And by the time I've finished, I've probably read the script over 100 times, and I've memorized all my lines and mostly everybody else's. And then I'll go and create an entire life of this character, live that life out in public as often as possible without being a fucking insane person, and experience what it's like to kind of react like somebody in that scenario.
right.
And then the next phase of that is the physical transformation. So I'll go and I'll start packing on lean muscle mass and some other stuff for this character, because of who and what he is, but I can't say exactly.
What does it look like? Because when you shoot a movie, you shoot out of order.
Right.
So you don't shoot chronologically, start to finish, like most people would assume. So for you in your head, you don't really, like, you could shoot the hardest scene. I've heard of, I just dropped my phone. I've heard of some movies shooting like the last scene, like where the chemistry needs to be the highest between the 2 characters the first day.
Oh yeah.
How does that look in preparing on shooting out of order and knowing how the story is developing and understanding it? Do they collectively get together in a room and they're like, hey, let's do these script reads? They read out the whole movie. Here's what you need to do in this situation. Like, are you getting directed prior to going, or are you just showing up? Because when I've been in movies, I've had small roles. I show up, I get directed then.
Yeah.
But this is you have a huge role.
Right.
So how does that process work?
It kind of depends. Some directors are super hands off, and they're just like, we hired you because you're going to fucking deliver.
Right.
Other directors are very hands on, and they want to like walk you through the steps, and they want to do rehearsals. And that's really cool. You never know what you're going to get. So I always prepare as if I'm not going to get anything from anyone other than the wall that I'm talking to. Mm-hmm. So I can do the same performance no matter what. And if somebody is there and they're ready to deliver, then we can really play off of each other. But based on the way that I break down a script, I can go back and look through my notes and like highlight this moment and look at, say we're shooting page 97, which it's a 110 page script. I go back and I go, okay, page 97, what happens here? This is the last moment my character is seen in X, Y, and Z film. And I'll go, okay, this moment needs to be like this. This is how my hero's journey has transgressed, and here's the final moment that we need to see completion of the character. So that's kind of what I take into it. And if we do shoot the first scene or the last scene first and the first scene last, then it allows my performance to kind of translate a little bit better. So it really comes down to preparation.
Right.
It's how you prep the work which then translates to the final product in the film and it making sense with your energy.
Besides yourself, who would you say was the most happy for you when you got the news?
That's tough.
Me, duh.
Adelia, obviously.
My friend's a superstar.
Yeah, fucking Adelius. She was the most happy by far. You know, it's tough. Obviously, my parents were super happy. I think my mom cried and my dad was super stoked. I think in the immediate vicinity, probably my manager.
Because he's making a good penny off you.
Yeah, no, for sure. Ryan Daly. you
I'm
heard it here,
rich.
folks.
He's like, fucking finally. I've been believing in you for years.
Yeah, literally. No, I lived on his couch for 3 months.
Really?
In between places. He's the only person that's been with me from day one of the journey. Really, I signed with him 6 months after I moved out here.
Wow.
And so he's literally been through all of it. On top of the fact that he was there and he was the one challenging me when I was passing on the deal right before this. So we literally had a huge up. Like, I got the contract, 7-year contract for this show and blah, blah, blah. Go sign the deal, make a lot of money. He was like, bro, this is what we've been working for. Why are you going out in pilot season if you can't fucking book the pilot? And I was like, I don't know. It's not right. So we literally had this huge up and then a fucking drop off. And then on top of that, he was the one who got me this audition. And then we worked like animals behind the scenes to campaign for this, to make sure I could beat out the Zac Efrons and the Miles Tellers and at least just compete with them in a very real way. It's almost unfair to even like be put in the same category with them when you don't have any real credits comparatively.
Well, we're all happy for you.
Thanks, man.
I'm sure that the people listening are as well. Leave a positive comment for Pierson. He's been working his dick off.
I don't have the penis
Thousands
anymore.
of episodes of Bold and the Beautiful.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine what that's like.
Yeah.
And also,
Mm-hmm.
someone else achieved something this week. Adelia,
Oh.
you had a photo shoot.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I can't talk about it though.
Oh,
Why not?
yeah. But how was it? You had a photo shoot for a company. We won't say what it was.
Mm-hmm.
It was good.
Yeah.
How did they find you?
Instagram.
Oh.
She's on that grind. She's on the come up, bro.
Listen here. We saw it here first, folks. We saw Adelia
We
when she
knew
was
you
making
before
the
you
grind.
were famous.
Yo, she's too
Not
famous. Can I
very-
get your autograph?
I'm not very famous.
I'm also super proud of Adelia because Adelia last week posted 2 vlogs.
Whoa.
And she edited probably 85% of them. She trimmed all
Damn.
the fat, which is all the worst part you can do.
That's a lot of work.
And I'm in my room editing, and I hear her out here just clicking, like, just clicking away,
Nice.
editing. She's learning. She's deleting things that she's not supposed to delete. How do you feel? You seemed very motivated last week.
Yeah.
You posted 2 so you've posted 3 in the last week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Badass. That's
Yeah.
great.
Monday,
Yeah.
Friday, Monday.
It's a lot of work.
How do you
Right?
feel?
I feel good. I feel very accomplished. But then like you just have to keep going. You're just like you post a video and you're like you think you have a little bit of time to just like rest, but you really don't.
Right.
And you're just like, all right, another one.
It
Another
takes
one.
3 months of consistent posting.
Yep.
Yeah. I've literally never been so tired in my life. It's crazy, but I'm used to it because I just wake up and keep doing it.
What's the most exhausting part of it for you? Is it filming, editing, acting?
Probably no, not filming. I mean, maybe thinking of the ideas is a little hard sometimes, but I think the editing.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, I just did all this cool shit. Now I gotta go through it 100 times and rewatch it, and my eyes literally burn
Yeah.
with a passion. But it's fun to look back at it too when you're first starting off because you're just like die laughing of like what you
Dude,
did.
I just hear her from the other room just going. Bro, she just has her headphones in and she's just laughing at herself. And I'm just like, it's just like I edit my vlogs and I'm just like, God dang it, dude, just come on.
It's funny.
What is your favorite thing to say in your vlogs?
Oh yeah.
Where do you think that came from? Why did you start
I
saying that?
don't know. I really don't know. I just started saying it.
Was that something you said before? all
No.
of Really?
No, I swear I did not.
this? Interesting.
Yeah.
It just started when we were shooting the vlogs.
I think so.
That's wild.
Yeah.
It's like my fuck it, I'm gonna post.
Fuck it, I'm gonna post.
Yeah.
It's like it just things happen. I mean,
Yeah.
I was strategic with my stuff. Everyone was like, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I was like, how can I say, hey,
Yeah.
good day? I just can't, like Australians say it all the time. So I was like, good day, mate. But like, that's what I did. And then my outro, I was like, everybody says bye. And how else can you say bye? Oh, you could say it deuces. So it's like coming up with things that
Are your own thing.
And your way of doing it is important.
How was it for you when you first started vlogging? Like, what do you see? Obviously, we both pretty much started around the same time. What do you see that we've done differently that you've been able to keep us from the flaws of, and what are you seeing that like has been better?
I mean, I think you guys came in at a time where the path has been paved, you know, like what type of content people want to create. Like, I think when we were all doing it, we kind of were trying to figure out what people wanted to see, how they wanted to see it, but we kind of dictated what they watched. Yeah. Much slower pace, much more boring, I think. I think now it's a lot harder for you guys to come in because it's so competitive and it's a constant, like, who's going to be entertaining. Yeah. But it's also good because people want new faces, you know, they're sick of seeing the same faces. Yeah. But you guys are doing a good job of like already, like I filmed everything when I first started. And I think you kind of had this issue. I filmed my first video and I edited it and it was 5 minutes. And I was like, dude, I felt like I filmed and edited for forever. And I was like, how are these dudes making 10-minute videos? And then I started making like it took me time to be able to be like, know how much shit I needed to film to get that 10 minutes. Yeah. Which is, I can do it to this day. But yeah, I want to challenge. I want to switch things up. I'm looking for an editor. So if anybody's a good editor, let me know. I just want to take that burden off.
Just kidding.
Adelia. All right.
Just kidding.
I just want to take that burden off of me and focus solely on the creating of the content and not having to edit and making music, things that don't waste my time. Not that editing is like, I hate it. It's just a waste of my time.
Yeah. I also think, and you and I talked about this morning while we were trading stonks.
I got clapped today.
I didn't. We were talking about that a little bit, but you've put in the work, and that's something that like I still am learning more about the language of editing, and that's why I still want to do it for a little bit longer, so I know how to communicate when I pull an editor into the room and be like, hey, this is what I want. This is what I know you're capable of because this is your job. Right. I did it when I was doing all of it. Right. Right. And I think you've obviously far surpassed that stage. I mean, years ago. But now you're at a stage where it is necessary for you to focus your creative energy on the things that bring you life, you know, and not that editing doesn't. Like,
well, the whole reason that I started editing my videos again was because I did lose track of my channel and I was like, I got to get this back. I got to take responsibility and I have to fix these videos. Like, you know, and it starts with me. And it's still something I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to retrain my audience to see my content. It bothers me. It does, like, you know, with the whole Britney, like I say it as a joke, like, but it does bother me that a video with a girl in the thumbnail does better than a video of me. And it fucking sucks because you want people to just watch you, but like they don't watch you unless you clickbait them. Yeah. They don't watch you unless you put something interesting. And it's
and then they give you shit in the comments that you're clickbaiting. And I'm like,
it's like, okay, you won't click the video if I don't do that. So it's like I'm trying to find the medium, trying to figure it out. I'm trying to get back to like storytelling and take time and, you know, finding my voice. It's an ongoing, constant battle, but we're up for challenges all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
But speaking of YouTube, I don't know if anybody's familiar. So in the YouTube community, Sunday night, Cory, how do you say his last name? Labarie? Labarie. He passed away in a drunk driving accident with this tattoo artist, Daniel Silva, was driving the car. And it was his 25th birthday. And I'm going to link the GoFundMe down in the description if you guys have something you can donate. I think it's really...
Ugh.
Yeah, it's tough. They've already raised $100,000. Their goal is $150,000 at the time of filming this for the family, you know, the memorial costs, and help them with financial responsibilities. It's really sad because, you know, it hits home for me. I just started watching JC's recent videos, JC Kalen, part of Keenan JC. And I saw, you know, this guy lived with him. So I've seen him in the videos for the last month. So I'm like, oh, like I've gotten to know this guy a little bit. And, you know, to hear the news, Adelia actually brought it to my attention because her sister is actually friends with him. And it's just one of those things, man, that's so sad to lose someone in the community. And it's like, it's interesting. And the reason that it hit me the most too, I've had 2 people in my life drunk driving kill someone. Like they were driving and then they killed someone. And it's just like, these things are so preventable. Don't drink and drive. And also the reason that I called Pierson actually. I was kind of upset because last week, and Pierson's going to be releasing this episode after our podcast last week. We did a little podcast for Pierson's channel about his grandfather who passed away during quarantine. And we were sitting here talking about that, and we were talking about death, which is very uncomfortable to talk about. It creates silence, like you know, we're having right now. You can't really talk about it and laugh. And we were talking, and we were asking Adelia, you know, have you experienced death? And she said, no. Have you experienced? And I said that I hadn't experienced one of those deaths where you weren't prepared for it. Like my grandmother was in the hospital. My other grandma had Alzheimer's. My grandfather was in the hospital when they passed away. I haven't had one of those deaths happen where you get the phone call and you're like, hey, so-and-so passed away. Mm-hmm. And we talked about that. And I said, the moment that I get a call like that is going to fuck me up. And I felt like I know it's not me, but like I felt bad because I felt like the energy from that conversation was out there. Mm-hmm. And my friend Jess, she's telling me she was getting a tattoo. And I was like, oh, I really want to get a tattoo. If I get a tattoo, I think I want to get it from this Daniel Silva guy. He makes sick tattoos. Never in my life have I brought this fucking guy up. Ever. And it's just like one of those coincidences. But it's really weird because I feel like, I don't know, I just feel weird putting the energy out there. Like I've said so many times, whenever I put energy out there, when I talk about a person, somehow that person reaches out. Like I said it on the podcast before, like, oh yeah, I brought up my ex and she texted me an hour later. Haven't talked to her in months. It's just like one of those weird things that I don't want to talk about negative shit.
So you feel like a dark prophet, essentially.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Why do you feel responsibility for something that's entirely out of your control?
I don't feel responsibility. I just feel like weird about the fact that we just talked about
things
it.
like ironically like happened like right after that. And the fact that
And
you said like the calling thing, like my friend Olivia called me in the morning about Cory, and I was like, huh? So it's just like so weird.
Let me ask you guys a question, because we already did this with me last week, and this is what I was talking about, is asking the questions about death and like how to open up the conversation. First of all, how do you feel?
I feel like it hits home for me. I didn't know him personally, but he is a YouTuber.
Yeah. You
know, he has a presence, and he changes people's lives. He affects people's lives. He makes people laugh. And I think it makes you really think about your decisions, I think. And it sucks, dude, because how many times does something bad have to happen for us to change what we do? You know, like the discussions are only brought up when something terrible happens. Like, why do we not prepare for, you know, I don't know. It's just like these things are all preventable. Like this accident was just purely, you know, he was in his McLaren, probably trying to show off, have the kid have a great time on his birthday. And it's just like one of those things like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
You know, it's like one of those things like, why, bro?
Adelia, the same question for you. How do you feel about all of this?
Sad. I think it's hitting me more because my sister was like really good friends with him, and I met him a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
And I just know so many people that were friends with him and lived with him. So it's like, yeah.
What's your favorite memory of him?
I just would always, like, whenever I did see him, he was just always like happy and was like, let's take shots.
Mm-hmm.
Like at Saddle Ranch, I would always see him at Saddle Ranch whenever I would go with my sister, like meet them there. And he was just so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't, I wish I personally knew him, but my sister was like, I have so many videos of him, you know, like being all whatever. But
so you guys all went out, you hung out, had a good time.
Yeah, like it was very casual. Like I was never, like I said, like that close with him at all. Like I just knew him from Lyra.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't imagine like her going through it because she knew him.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do you have any funny memories of him? No. Do you think Lyra does?
Yeah.
Give me one example that you're gonna remind her of when you see her.
She said, oh my God. He had like curly hair, and she would always remind him of like to get like curly gel for his curly hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, and she was like, I would always remind him, I'm gonna get him curly gel for his curly hair, and like I just never did. But she's like, damn, I should have done it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How's it been affecting you? Because you've been, obviously you live with Lyra. It's been affecting you, and I've sensed your energy the past few days. It's been very somber.
I don't know. I just like, it's so weird. Like I barely even knew him at all. Like I don't know. It's just so weird. I can't even imagine the first time someone that's really close to me passes away. Like the fact that I'm being like this, and then I just like can't imagine. So I don't know.
Are there people in your life that you haven't wrapped things up with? That you want to say, go get that gel for your curly hair?
I don't know. I would have to, not really, not at the moment.
That's good.
But it makes me want to reach out to the people that I've like recently kind of fell off of with, my friend Brooke and just the people that I haven't really been speaking to since like I lost my job and kind of started this YouTube thing. So I want to like get back to like talking to them or just saying hi, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's something that you take with you for the rest of your life from this moment, from this person passing away? What's something that will bring you life inside of their death?
Just, I don't know, just literally knowing that life is so damn short. I think I just want to say yes to so many more things now.
Yeah.
And I don't know, being more positive in life, like not taking shit for granted.
Yeah.
Right. I actually just looked. GoFundMe, since we started the podcast, they've raised another $12,000.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which is awesome. So, like I said, guys, we'll link it down in the description. Go out, tell people that you love them. Reach out to those people that you've had a falling out with, because you never know. And yeah, life is too short to sever ties with people, and because you'll live in a lot of regret when something bad happens.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate. And yeah.
I'm going to challenge part of that statement. I think life is too short in general, but there are times to sever ties with people.
In certain instances, yes.
Yeah. But I think it's important to weigh your relationships.
Right.
And look at them all equally and understand what each person, provides in your life and what you provide in their lives. And I think it's cool that you're going to reach back out to a lot of those people. And there are certain people that like maybe steal life from you. Mm-hmm. And maybe that's a moment that you can reinvest into other closer relationships and really make those quality over quantity relationships and really, really invest in those. Not sever ties, but
yeah, I know.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think maybe I have a very specific view.
Yeah. We all have certain situations where there's a reason people are out of our life. Yeah.
Right.
I know what you meant by that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if there's something very, very minor.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't be afraid to
let it roll off your back.
Bug.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the most positive thing about the death is like I hope, which I think it will, like, is going to bring a lot of people together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the YouTube community has its own little cliques, like has its own, you know, categories of whatever. And I think it's really going to bring a lot of people together, which is like nice.
Yeah. I mean, the thing about YouTube is a lot of people get to know you for who you are.
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference. And that's why it hits home for someone like me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if a famous person passes away, you were touched by their music, you were touched by their art, but you didn't really get to know them as a person.
Right.
So it's like, damn, like that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But for someone who you like watch their life, it's a little bit more. It's like a friend, you know. So,
do you fear death?
Do I fear it?
Yeah.
No, dude.
Do you?
We're all going. Like we're all gonna go.
Die. Yeah. Is there anything you want people to say or not say, but when you die?
Don't know. I won't be here. Don't think about it. I just live life. That's what I do. Why am I going to think about the inevitable?
Yeah. I was thinking about legacy.
Like, yeah, but legacy's ego.
Yeah.
You want your ego to live on. You want people to still love you for what? Like it's all ego, bro.
No, I don't think it's ego. I think you can leave a legacy that changes the world in a good way, in a positive way.
Yeah, but what is legacy? People saying, "Yo, dude, shout out Pierson." Like that's.
But why though?
Yeah, it's cool, but I don't know.
I guess
it's sick. Yeah, like Thomas Edison invented electricity, but like.
Yeah, it's something to. I don't know. I think about it. I don't think there's a lot of healthy ego in it though. There's a difference between healthy ego and like toxic ego. Maybe. It
goes into our conversation, like, is OJ going to admit it on his deathbed?
Right.
Probably not because of his legacy.
Right.
And it's like, it's ego.
Ego, for sure. No, I get that. I think it's important for me, people like me that think like me, that you do think about your actions right now because it does impact the future even after you die. You know, everything we do now still has an effect on people even after we've met them.
More so now than ever, especially with the internet. Like everything is there. Like I was covered in peanut butter yesterday. That's going to live on forever.
Dude, your great-great-great-grandkids are going to be like, what the fuck was our great-great-great-grandfather doing?
Hey, well, it was a time where I wanted to be a baby.
Yeah. I mean, but that's what I think about is like, do I worry about the small things? Do I worry about the big things? What do I put my emotion into and what do I put the weight into?
Dude, I forget. I saw someone post a quote on Instagram, and it really, I can't remember who posted. I wonder if I screenshotted it. It really, I was like, damn, that is one way to live your life. I'll try to find it, but
yeah, look it up.
Shit.
Adelia, is there something that you want to have legacy-wise that you think about right now that lives on in the future?
No.
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 Yeah.
I don't know. I hope people maybe remember me as like an inspiration of some sort.
That's cool.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know what I would inspire them to do, but like something, you know?
I guess the reason I keep asking about that is that, you know, this kid has passed away, right? And right now we're having a conversation about him. And this is the legacy that he's leaving on us. I personally don't know him, and I don't think I've watched any of his videos. But I'm sure both of you have, and in some way, his legacy is living on through you, and the statements that we make right now and the things that we talk about and say is part of his legacy living on and the impact that he had on the lives around him. in moments like these. So I think it's good for us to think about right now. It's a good reminder. It's healthy.
Yeah.
You know, for us to be aware of and see what's going to happen next. Because tomorrow could be all of our last day. Maybe earthquake.
Right.
Big California earthquake comes through and we're done. We're toast.
Right. I can't find it, but
What was the summary of it?
I can't remember. Honestly, I wish I could find it. But shifting gears, Pierson and I looked at a house together, two houses together.
Two, thus far.
We're thinking of moving into it together. It's a great deal for me. Pierson's going to be gone shooting this huge film. I'll have this palace to myself, and I'll be like, yeah, my roommate, he's crushing it. He's in this Kevin Hart movie. He's with Woody Harrelson right now. They're going to come over when we're back. We're going to have a huge barbecue. It's going to be great. Yeah. It's going to help me pull the ladies in. Yeah. What are your concerns about living together?
I think, and it happens with every roommate-ship. No matter what, you eventually get sick of each other. You get tired of each other. And the fun that we all have of like coming together, shooting the vlogs, shooting the podcast, we get together and it's fun, but we go our separate ways when we're done. Right. And we get to go split and we get to recharge and refresh. And a lot of our energy comes from that recharging and refreshment of seeing other people and like being able to like go have a different moment. But we won't have that. Right. It'll all be like trapped. All the energy will be forced into a singular house and there will be no escape from it, which is why I actually do think we're going to do fine in the sense that other than vlogging and the podcast, like I write, I make movies, I'm an actor. Like I've got a dozen other things that I'm working on top of trading stocks and other things that occupy my life. And so do you. You have music and everything else that you've got consistently going through. I think that offers space, but I still think, at some point we're going to get in an argument and we're going to hate each other and we're going to fucking want to go have a game of fisticuffs and
what would you? Because
Pierson's gonna win.
I think we're both equally anal.
Yeah.
About cleanliness.
Yeah, we both got OCD.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that's not an issue.
No, I think we're both gonna be like in love with each other over that.
Yeah. What would you say? What's a deal breaker for you? What pisses you off about a roommate?
Passive aggressive bullshit. Stuff that can be handled in the open where you just talk about it and be like, hey, I don't like that you did that. Instead of just fucking putting it deep down inside of you, sitting on it for a month, 2 months, 6 months, a year, till finally it blows up and you're like, where the fuck did this come from? Right. And they start unloading on you. And they have the most weirdly specific circumstances and you're like,
bro, plan this speech?
Literally, like, why are you doing this fucking shit? And I've had a number of roommates that have done that. And like being the biggest personality in the room, I tend to make more decisions. I'm usually the alpha that's I sign the lease. You guys are under me. It's my paycheck and my name on the line. I'm not fucking, because I've had roommates that have not, they took my deposit because these fuckers didn't pay the rent when they moved out. So I'm like, nah, fuck this. It's my shit. And if I want to kick you out, I hold the right. But because of that, I make the rules, right? And so I hate passive aggressive shit when people are like, well, I didn't like that. I'm like, why didn't you say something? I could have changed it. We could have talked about it. I might not have changed it, but at least you would have felt heard. So passive aggressive shit, fucking wasted potential. People not seeing who they can be in the midst of who they think they should be,
Is this a direct attack at me?
No, not at all. No, it's.
Are you being passive aggressive with me?
Oh fuck, maybe. No, I'm aggressive. I'm never passive aggressive.
I'm very. You know what I've learned this year? I call this year the first year of my life because this is the first time I've ever lived alone. I've never had to deal with anyone. It's literally my life. I have been the most upfront and honest this year than I have at any point in time in my life.
Yeah, you have.
Like if Adelia does something that pisses me off, I text her, yo, this wasn't cool, fix it. No problem.
What are your pet peeves?
People leaving shit out, not putting stuff back.
All All right, we both got those on
Sorry.
lock.
The expectation, I think, of my pet peeves are people waiting around for me.
Mhm.
Like, hey, what's going on today, Mark? Well, I'm living my life. Well,
Yeah.
go do your thing.
Yeah. Hit
'Cause
me up when you've finished living your life.
What?
Hit me up when you've
Yeah,
finished living your
go
life.
do your day. Like, that's chill. Live your life. If I'm busy, don't take it personal. Those are my. But I get over things when I live with roommates. I have that switch in my brain where it's like, okay, I understand that, maybe Pierson was eating a cheese stick and he set the wrapper on the counter and he had a phone call that he had to go take.
Right.
And he had to run real quick, and like I understand things like that happen.
Yeah.
When having a roommate, and it doesn't like get me down. Also, I don't really give a fuck about the kitchen being clean in a house situation because I'm never really in there. I cook up, I heat up my meals, I put it in the dishwasher, and I'm out.
Yeah.
So, living in a house for me is purely, and we talked about this, based on functionality of the house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not in California to stay here forever. I don't know where I'll end up living the rest of my life, but I'm here to work. So my house, my space needs to be functional for work. That whole room over there is my office. I sleep in my bedroom. I have this as the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, functionality is important for me.
Absolutely.
So like, there's no need for wasted space, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need a home.
Yeah.
I don't need to have a living room and a dining room with the nice placemats and stuff. Like,
Is that a direct attack at me?
no. You know what actually my biggest pet peeve about Pierson is? The fact that every time we eat food at his house, he has to bring his damn table into the living room. I don't know why he's got to do it. Just sit on the couch and eat on the coffee table. He brings his whole ass kitchen table into the living room.
Honestly, until we reorganized my living room the way that it is now,
true.
there was no functionality for it
Right.
to eat like that. It was trash.
Drop my phone again.
Delia,
what about you? What about your
hilarious.
living? What pisses you off about roommates? Because you have a roommate and you've always had a roommate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I don't have a roommate because,
It's your sister.
yeah, it's my sister.
So you guys have lived with each other for forever.
No, we're not going to be living for forever.
No, you have.
Oh,
I'm
I
saying.
have. Oh, yeah.
So you kind of have
yeah.
to put up with it. It's like, fuck, it's my sister.
I'm used to it. She's a little messy. I mean, so am I, but nothing crazy. I don't know. No.
I don't understand messiness. It just doesn't get. I can't live my life. I'm sorry. I cannot start my day if there's things sitting out.
Yeah.
It bothers the fuck out of me.
I hate walking into the kitchen because, like, especially the way most houses are set up, you walk in and there's just piles of pans and you smell it and you see it. Ooh, that's a thing.
You'll
If I
never
can-
have to deal with that with me. I have my meals cooked. for
Right,
me.
you have pre-cooked meals and everything. No, I have very specific rules. I'm like, all right, the living quarters always have to be left as you found them.
Right.
The second part of this, you can do whatever the fuck you want in your room, considering that it's not illegal. Cops aren't going to show up. The FBI won't kick down my door, and I can't fucking smell it.
Dude, smell, man.
Dudes stink, bro. I hate it so much when they leave their door open and it just floods the hallway, and I have a hypersensitive nose. So like it just, oh my God, I can't fucking unsmell their
I mean, I would
BO.
say that you and I are both very well managed.
Yeah, you guys are
Yeah.
very well hygiened, like
Yeah.
for real.
I mean, dude, male hygiene is so important. I feel like a lot of dudes are like, I gotta be brute, man. Like,
Yeah, I gotta smell like ass.
yeah. Like that's the most important part of my day. Like taking
Yeah.
a shower, getting ready. I'm not hanging out with anyone until I'm showered up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what the downsides of living together would be. I think we both live our own lives. I think, yeah.
I think we're both aggressive in the sense that we would address each other's problems head on, and it would literally be that moment as far as like, I have a problem. All right, fuck you. All right, fuck you. End of problem. Moving on with life.
I think more so if you had a problem with me, I'd be like, all right, cool, yeah, like I don't care.
No, but like
I would
fuck,
fix
the
it,
fuck
for
you
sure.
would be the fixing.
Yeah,
It'd
yeah, I'd be
we
like,
air
yeah.
our voice and then it's
Look,
over.
Pierson, I don't like that you had a girl over last night till 5 a.m. You knew I had to get up today for an audition. It's just like, see, that stuff that doesn't even matter to me, bro. I'll sleep through anything. Like I'm trying to think of something that would genuinely frustrate me in a roommate. I got something. My old roommate, Grady.
Yeah.
These things frustrate me.
Right.
He would put something in the oven or turn the oven on and forget that he turned the oven on. He preheated the oven. So I go in the kitchen and I'm like, yo, who's preheating the oven? Like, what's going on? Text the group. Yeah. He's like, oh, I forgot. So leaves the oven on. Another time he put dish soap in the dishwasher. And there's bubbles, suds.
My current roommate just did that.
I don't know who thought of putting dish soap in the dishwasher. That's not what you put dish soap in. No. Suds everywhere on the floor.
A brick wall of suds when you open the dishwasher. It's
so like
heinous.
Little things like that where it's like, how did you make this mistake?
It's stupidity. We don't like stupidity.
Yes.
Yeah. Airheaded like moments where they're just like.
Not to say I'm perfect. Like I'm sure I'm horrible to live with too, in the sense of like someone like Adelia living with me, and like, God, dude, Mark's always on my fucking ass about cleaning shit up. Like, he needs
such
to chill.
a dick.
Yeah, he needs to chill.
No,
he needs to smoke some weed.
I'm clean. I'm just not as OCD to clean it up right away.
People have this saying a lot. I'm clean. I'm just messy.
Yeah, that's me. I'm
functional.
Both the girls. Yeah, Tyler, you too. All right.
See, even me, when my room's clean, I just throw all the clothes in my closet so I can't see them.
Right.
So like, yeah, it's dirty, but they're in my closet. I don't see them. My floor is clean. You get it. You know, I have a girl over. I'm like, yeah. And then she'll like close the door to my closet.
Go on.
So she doesn't see that I'm a mess in there.
You're disgusting.
Because, bro, you know, I got to vlog every day. I got to wear an outfit. Even in quarantine, I have to wear an outfit. I can't just be like one of these people that wakes up and is like, hey, sweatpants, same fit for the last 5 days.
It's great for paparazzi, though. They can't ever take the same photo twice.
Right.
Know?
I don't know. That's where I stand on living together. I got till May 31st in this place, or I am totes, my goats, fucked. So
we'll find a place. If it's meant to be, we will find a place.
I told you, if you need a place to stay, I have
Adelia
my room.
said I could live with her.
Oh, it's a great spot.
You know, if you need a place to stay for a couple of days, I got you.
Can we both come stay with you?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can
I'm
all
trying
cuddle
to, like,
in my
save
bed.
money on rent to put in the stocks.
Okay, great.
Can you imagine? I just sell everything and live in Adelia's house. Wear the same thing every day. I did like the house that we looked at, but Pierson isn't sold on it.
I'm not. It's a great plan B. I think it had too many small things wrong with it to make the whole thing make sense.
It was a cool house. Not gonna lie.
That the outside was actually way
Mark's
cooler
butt
than the
hurt.
inside. He is.
I liked it.
Mark likes it. He wants it.
I wasn't crazy about everything. I wasn't 100% like, this is fucking the best house. But I did like it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I like the light.
What do you look for when you're looking for the future? When it comes to houses, when it comes to anything, really? I mean, you do a lot of... Oh, fuck my phone.
Can we all please put our phones away?
I think we found what irritates Adelia.
God.
You know what? I got new Vans on right now because Adelia decided to pour Dr. Pepper on me for the vlog earlier. Because I was saying this exact conversation. I was like, dude, I don't get mad about anything. And she's like, oh, yeah, really? She fucking poured Dr. Pepper all over me, bro.
High five. Way to go.
I was like, I got to go outside. I need a moment. And outside, I was like, on the vlog, I was like, you know, I respect the fuck that she did that. Not gonna lie, I'm not mad, but I'm gonna act like I'm mad to see how she reacts to this.
That's funny, Adelia.
So someone had to do it.
Yeah.
Then I made things awkward as fuck for about 20 minutes because I didn't say a word.
That's hilarious. That's great.
I was fine.
Yeah, but what do you look for in the future when you find anything new? Or
I like change. I love change. So whether getting a new place, whether getting a new car, whether I like the feeling of getting better as opposed to humbling myself and like ego hit, you know?
Yeah.
I don't like the feeling, like you said, that you don't want to move
horizontally, you want to move laterally.
Yeah. So like if I were to get a smaller place, which I don't want to pay as much money as I'm paying right now.
Yeah.
You know, brand deals aren't as hot, career's not as hot. If we're being honest.
Yeah.
I got my money in the stock market. I'm not trying to waste money on rent. Like, yeah, this is a cool place, but like I live here alone. Like, why do I need a fucking...
But you're so close to me.
Why do I need an expensive ass place with a dope view?
For the babes.
Who am I trying to impress?
For the pussy.
Right. The amounts of girls I have over all the time.
Mountains.
Bro.
Mountains.
So yeah, I mean, me, it's like I would love to get a place with people, have a nice place, and not have to pay as much money.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. Like as a whole, we'd create a cool environment to challenge people and fucking push each other and be better.
If you guys want to live with us, let us know. Drop a comment.
Yeah. If you have $1 million, maybe buy us a house.
And then we'll live in it rent free. But yeah, that's all I have. You
Adelia, do you have anything?
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2 is dropping September 4th, apparently.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Excited for that. Bioluminescent waves. Tesla is being revenged.
Yo, how do you feel about the Tesla thing with Elon Musk reopening his factory?
Hey, look, I'm right there with him, man. I'm fucking sick of this virus. I don't know what I can and can't say on the internet these days without being like, you don't care about blah, blah, blah. But like, I don't know. I've heard of people getting the virus. Not recently though.
Yeah.
So like, is it as bad as we thought it was going to be? I don't know. I'm not educated, bro. I can't talk about this stuff. And then people take things out of context. I don't educate myself. I live life how I'm supposed to be live life and do what I'm told. That's just how I live my life. Causes me less stress.
We're not doctors. We're not scientists. We're fucking dummies with cameras. We tell stories. That's it. We're idiots. Don't take what we say that seriously. Mark, let me ask you a question. Do you think we were led astray on the count and the toll and everything that coronavirus was fear-based into being, or do you think that we made all the right moves?
I think, dude, I can't. Dude, whatever I say, people are just gonna be like, this
Isn't
stirs
that annoying?
up.
That's annoying because they have an opinion, though.
Right? But then, like, my opinion's wrong.
Yeah.
I think, what do they say? That it affects the elderly, right?
Right.
Cool. Let's keep the elderly at home.
Yeah, protect the elderly.
Do what we have to do to service them so they aren't out and exposed.
The immunocompromised.
Immunocompromised, keep them at home. For us folk with strong immune system, me,
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me fight the storm.
Yeah. Do you think that's an infringement on rights to make us all stay home? Like, that's what Elon Musk was saying. He was like, it's an infringement on the American right to take it on, just like wearing your seatbelt or not wearing your seatbelt. You'll get a fine, but you can still do whatever you want.
It's interesting because it's like, can the government tell us what we can and can't do? There's laws.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've all agreed that these are great laws. Like, you can't kill someone.
Right.
You know, you can't intentionally hurt someone. We've morally agreed to those laws. So it's like, what happens with this? This is technically kind of maybe a weapon, you know, like it's a virus. It kills people. So
pandemic.
It's like, should we have laws in place for this? Probably.
Yeah.
Here's my thing too, with when I do go out, I know, like, when my grocery store runs and stuff, I do see a fuckload of elderly people.
Yeah.
Like, so like, I'm getting clapped on my on my YouTube, like saying blah, blah, blah. But like, bro, so are all the other people at the thing. They're still not listening either. And it's like, I just so happen to put my shit online. Like I said, no one's actually locking themselves in their house for this whole time, because you will literally go fucking insane. It's like in solitary confinement.
I know.
And I'm getting clapped because I share my life.
One person
who hasn't
left in 3 weeks, but he's 85 years old and he still has to get food. So somebody does come into contact with his door and his groceries. His roommates still have to go out and they come back.
He's 85 and has roommates?
Yeah. He's old.
What?
He's lived his life.
Okay.
It's a long story.
Is he a sugar daddy?
No, not at all. But great dude, but he lives his life. And that's an interesting scenario for me, because I'm like, all right, that would be the one time where I'm like, definitely stay home. Absolutely.
Right.
Like, you're compromised. But at the same time, like you're saying, that's the only one that I know of. That's the only person. Everybody else still goes out and gets groceries.
Bro, it's wild. There's a lot of people in LA doing staycations. They're just saying, fuck it now. They've gotten there. And no, you know what's crazy? I had a lot of comments at the start of this all on my thing, like saying, like, stop going to your friend's house and all that stuff. More recently, no one's said anything.
Yeah, everybody's like, I fucking probably should delete that comment.
Right. Everyone's like, all right, dude, like, I'm sick of it too.
Yeah.
So I see people in LA living life normal right now. Not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, and it sucks because I'm like telling my friends like, hey, like, probably don't post that because blah blah blah. But like, dude, I don't know. You can never do anything right. Oh, you're always 50% of the people are gonna be happy. 50% you're gonna piss off. That's just how life is.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is maybe an awkward question, but Vanessa Hudgens, when she released that live,
Yeah.
and she talked about, she was like, well, people are going to die anyways. Why not just let them die? And you're like,
Yeah.
like an awkward thing to say on a live.
That was so weird.
It's really insensitive,
Yeah.
you know, and I think that's probably what we're more
Yeah,
worried about is being insensitive, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah.
Go on.
I'm just living my life, man.
We're just out here trying to live.
If me living my life bothers you, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're invested in the vaccine company right now.
Like, you living your life doesn't bother me.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean anything.
God, I want to get out so bad. I just want to go see
I
a
know.
movie.
I just want to stop jerking
Jess
off.
and I were just at the beach.
Wait.
What?
How do you jerk off?
What did you say?
With a hand, like Pamela Henderson, or like petroleum jelly?
What?
A warm
What?
squash?
Dude, there's only so
Hot
many
apple
times.
pie?
Oh my god.
Adelia?
No, but Jess and I were just at the beach, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know where. And we were walking like on the bike
Path.
side. Yeah. And it was just sad. Like, all we want to do is just lay on the damn sand, which is one teeny tiny step away from our feet.
Yeah.
And the cops, like, there's this woman that went on the beach to like throw something in the ocean, like some flowers. And not kidding, she starts walking, and the cops like did their horn thing.
Oh, jeez.
And she turned back. So like, nope, kept walking. And we're like, oh
They
shit.
arrest her?
Damn.
No, so we went to the cops, and we're like, oh, like, can we go on the beach? They're like, no, we're about to go like give this woman a ticket. $2,000 ticket, first of all.
Whoa.
And Jess was like, oh no, she was actually just throwing some flowers in the ocean.
Like a memorial.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, got it. So she saved her ass,
Nice.
or else they would have.
Here's my question.
Nice.
What's the ticket for? The beach is public property.
Right.
But they closed off public property.
But like, so then stop my tax money because I can't use my public property.
That's a good question.
For real.
They are giving us a stimulus check back.
Who's they? And who's
The Fed.
we?
They're
The
giving us
federal
more?
government.
Did you have to apply for it? Or are they just giving it to everyone?
No, they give it to you based on your IRS taxes from last year.
Gotcha.
Wait, they're giving us another one?
Yeah.
So since I can't use the public places, I should get refunded. Also, am I still paying for my LA Fitness membership?
No.
Okay.
I had them refund mine as soon as we went into quarantine. They didn't do that for most people. I like called them. I was like, I want my $34 back.
But dude, that's the most interesting thing about all of this. Life, you still have to pay bills.
Yep.
Why do those get a pass, but we can't work? It's like Verizon's still making money.
Yeah.
Yo.
Internet,
AT&T,
your
internet,
school loans. You think we
rent-
have $1,000 to pay for our school loans right now? No. What is wrong with everyone?
Like all those service companies are still making their guap. They're not put on hold.
Here's a weird thing to think about. They're estimating 30% of small businesses will go out of business by the end of this quarantine. Most major corporations became essential businesses. Even though they sold the same exact products as the smaller businesses, they just sold a little bit more, and they're a little bit bigger, and they had a little bit more campaigning power. They're going ahead of the market. Amazon's climbing. It became a multi-trillion-dollar company. Fucking Ralph's and Safeway and Walmart, boom, their stocks are climbing. Target, Costco, all of them. But why do you guys think that they clapped the small businesses?
Corporate America, bro.
Yeah. It
Fucking
sucks.
corporate America.
Goddamn capitalism. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I love capitalism, though. So
Okay.
But I don't know, man. The whole world's in shambles.
Yeah.
What is really going on? No one ever knows. Is there aliens in Nevada? Where does the
100%.
president go when we're under attack? We want to see this place.
To Nevada.
The bunker.
To the bunker.
Is
with the
there
aliens.
is there a bunker underneath the White House? How far down?
Definitely connected to the aliens.
Oh, you know what I tried to watch last night, but I fell asleep.
Coronavirus is connected
A video
to the
about
aliens.
LSD.
on
documentary on Netflix.
Netflix?
Yeah.
Wait, which one is that?
I'm convinced I'm gonna try LSD one day.
Which was it called? Like Euphoria or
I don't know. It was recently made. All these people seem to have a very positive experience from LSD.
Oh yeah, Joe Rogan.
He did LSD?
Yeah.
Every creative, pretty much, in LA, not going to lie, behind the scenes, guys, look, there's a lot of drugs that happen, not going to lie.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
All these people dude, Steve Jobs did LSD.
Mm-hmm. The Beatles.
Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, the Beatles.
Mm-hmm.
That song, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. LSD, it stands for.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, all these great creative people, it taps into a piece of your brain.
That's why I do mushrooms, bro.
I was waiting for you to say it.
You could have just asked. Yeah, I fucking do mushrooms. I love mushrooms, bro. Mushrooms are fire. Listen. They've been testing them at Johns Hopkins, another place out of Chicago. They just legalized it in Washington.
They're legal in Colorado, right?
Yeah, they're legal in Colorado, and they're legal in San Diego because they're doing tests on
Is mushrooms the same thing as psilocybin?
I don't know what psilocybin is, but psilocybin.
Whatever. You know what I meant.
Psilocybin and mushrooms are definitely not. So mushrooms is the vast category of fungi in general, and then or spores, fungi, and mold or growth, or whatever you want to call it. And then psilocybin is a specific strain or a family of mushrooms that are psychedelic, more or less. They have the psilocybin properties. Mm-hmm. And those are what give you the trippy side effects, but also have the nootropic side effects, which they've studied and they've found that it increases neural growth inside of your brain, the same way that newborn children have neural growth inside of their brains happening. I took mushrooms when I had severe brain damage, the podcast that I was tripping out and having seizures on. I talked to, I won't say exactly which doctors or scientists because I don't want to get them in trouble yet. But they gave me advice and they were like, look, we can't tell you not to do it, but we would say it's probably a good idea to at least microdose mushrooms and stimulate the neural growth and the properties that we have found inside of the medical journal, multiple double-blind studies inside of this.
Now, when you take these shrooms, you take them, you microdose them. Look, since we're all opening up here, I did shrooms once, okay?
My guy.
I've never done them.
Sorry, Mom, Dad.
Yeah, it's okay.
Jess, if you want to come in here. I was really wasted at Stagecoach, and I ate some chocolates, and I thought they were chocolate, and it turns out they weren't. They were actually shrooms.
Nice.
And let me tell you guys, if you've ever played a video game or Sims or whatever, I felt like I was a drone watching myself live, like just constantly following myself. It was an out-of-body experience. I left my body. I don't know how to describe it, but it was I didn't know where I was. I didn't know where I was.
What?
I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't. Stimulation.
Yeah, I didn't.
It was just like a video game, like not real.
Yeah, I didn't know where I was, and I felt like if I didn't have my friends with me, that I probably didn't. I don't know what I would have done.
You would have just died.
Because Stagecoach was ending, and I was tripping balls, and I didn't know where to go.
Yeah.
And you always know where. Like you're always like. I don't know.
Did you like learn anything from it? Did you feel anything? Did you never
want
to do it again?
I don't think so because I was doing it. I was partying, so I didn't really do it how people do the shrooms. Where
I feel like that's a very intense place to do shrooms.
Dude, I'll tell the story. Oh my God, that just reminded me. All right, so I was watching Diplo, and he had like Lil Nas X coming out, and Cyrus, whatever, they were playing Old Town Road. I'm sitting there partying like 20 rows deep, right? And there's a sea of people, 20,000 people, all at Diplo. This was like the last one at Stagecoach. And I'm partying, I'm starting to sweat because it's like so hot because everyone's around. And then I look down at my hands and my fingers were like foot-long hot dogs. And they were just wiggling back and forth, bro. I'm not kidding. And I was like, I turned to my friend. I was like, I got to go. I was like, I don't feel good.
My fingers are hot dogs.
So I turn and I'm starting to like go through this sea of people. And I'm like, dude, this is never ending. I'm tripping over like hay bales. I'm like, why is there a hay bale right there? A fan came up to me. He's like, hey, can I take a photo? And I'm like, yeah, man. Take a photo with him.
Do you see the hot dogs?
Yes. Boom. I'm fucking going through this sea of people. Finally, I get out of this sea of people. And I'm like breathing fresh air, and I was like, okay, cool. I feel so much better. The anxiety's gone, and yeah, that was it.
I feel like for me, when I do shrooms, I'm super sensitive to like people's energies around me.
Mm-hmm.
So like if someone like, for example, when I had my first trip, like actual trip, I was so sensitive to everyone's energies, and like people who were genuinely good people, like kind-hearted people, I like wanted to be around them, and like it was like I almost saw people with bad energy as like dark clouds. Like there was this one guy and he had bad energy. I never really liked him. And he walked out of the house and I looked at him and he was like this scary, dark creature, like almost like Dark Bowser. Like it was fucking
I like the video game
terrifying.
reference.
Yeah.
That was nice.
It was terrifying. And I just, that whole day, I was like avoiding him. Like every time I would see him, I was like, nope, going the other way. Like I cannot be around this guy. Like, so I feel like if I was at Coachella, I would just probably explode because I'm just
there's just so much going on.
overstimulation. Like, holy shit.
I only do mushrooms in small scenarios. Like I have like 2 or 3 friends that I trust that I'll do it with, and I only do it like that. I've done it one time at a festival, actually with you, and that was pretty fun. But I did a low dose because I know like what my tolerance is, and then I did it one time with like new people that I didn't trust that much, kind of like what you're talking about. Hated it. It was awful. I was like, at one point,
what is it doing that it's like changing your brain?
it's kind of like alcohol in the sense that it loosens up your inhibitions, but it's more along the lines of, I forget which part of your brain it's stimulating. And you should
like, why do you trip sometimes, but why do you just feel euphoric sometimes?
Part of it has to do with the specific strain of mushroom.
Oh, okay.
Part of it also has to do with the size of the dose that you're doing.
So it's like being drunk versus blacking out?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
If that's the easiest probable comparison.
But it doesn't feel like that.
You guys,
Yeah.
should we do it all together
Should we do
one night?
shrooms on a podcast?
Should we?
Look, here's my thing. Little
do it.
preface.
Yeah.
I did it one time. I'm not telling you to do shit. I'm not a role model.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, mom and dad.
We're artists. We are definitely not role models.
You know, yeah. Don't judge me, man. It was last year.
Listen, I'm not apologizing. My mom and dad liked it.
Wait, your parents do shrooms?
No.
Oh. Fuck, you got me.
My parents have done shrooms for sure.
100%.
Pierson,
What's up?
your phone.
What phone?
Pick it up right now.
All I'm saying, listen, I'm no scientist. I'm no doctor. I'm not telling you to try them, but in a medical study, maybe with Johns Hopkins yourself, maybe feel it out. I just think there's an opportunity for us to unlock the potential in our mind.
Dude.
Does it make you smarter? Long term or just in the moment?
No, nothing's going to fucking make you smarter. I hate that when they pull up the NZT pill bullshit from like, what's Bradley Cooper's movie? Limitless? Okay. NZT, great idea. It does not. There's no pill right now until Elon Musk releases Neuralink that can just download all the information that you have in your brain.
I mean, Vyvanse
Adderall?
gets pretty close.
No, listen, I take Adderall. It's great. The shit's awesome. Vyvanse is the nicer version of it, but they're the same chemical construction. The carbon chains are almost identical, but it's not. We're not regrowing suddenly out of nowhere or boosting up all of the old neurons that haven't been touched on over the last 28 years of my life. What you're doing is you're just boosting dopamine, you're boosting your reaction time, and a few other things. So it's good for reactionary
Why?
stuff, and
Because
you
in
feel
college,
confident.
when I would have to study for exams, I took Vyvanse to. Also, don't do this, guys. Like, I had a very bad experience one time too that
Panic
scared
attack?
the fuck out of me. I just took it and I had to pull an all-nighter. I drank like a whole Red Bull and my heart was just off the rocks. I had to call my aunt because she's a doctor. I was like, yo, I think I'm going to die. Like, she's like, just calm down. Like, super panic attack. So don't do that shit. But I'm smart naturally, right? I'm an A student.
Yeah.
I get good grades. I study. I took Vyvanse and I was a fucking genius, bro.
Yeah.
I finished all these tests. I was typing words on my papers that I didn't even know that I knew.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was like, my vocabulary, my papers were so articulate. Like it tapped into like, it made me smart, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
It unlocks your potential. It doesn't make you smarter. It taps into what you already have there.
Well, how can I tap into that without doing shit like that?
honestly, yeah, like microdosing, Vyvanse, those are all the nootropics that people talk about.
I think we all have ADD to an extent.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sometimes how many times have I tuned out of a conversation when somebody's talking and like come back in halfway through and been like, I don't know what the fuck they're saying.
Yeah.
But no, it's about unlocking potential. You're not making yourself smarter. The idea is that you're boosting the neural growth and reinforcing what you already have there. The only way you get smarter is through learning new shit. It's the only way.
Right.
There's no
well, I
other
was
way.
learning. I was reading books.
So so it's helpful when you take those drugs, when you take those specific drugs. By the way, caffeine's a drug, alcohol's a drug, sugar's a drug. Let's just get all the stigma
Sex
out of
is
here.
a drug.
Anything that releases chemicals is technically a drug. Let's just point out the obvious that people forget to ignore. The drugs that we take can be really beneficial inside of how we use them. So if we use them in a medical sense rather than a party sense,
right,
they actually benefit our brains and allow us to expand and harness the potential inside of that.
Which they all do have side effects, might
Absolutely.
we add. So yeah, drop a like if you guys want Adelia to take shrooms on camera.
Drop a comment if you wanted to try
Honestly,
LSD.
let's do it. I just need
Hit
to
that
be around you
subscribe
guys.
if you want her to try Vyvanse. So what is it? Like for mushrooms, comment for LSD, and subscribe for Vyvanse.
Oh my god.
Sorry, we had to volunteer.
Actually, subscribe for cocaine.
Cocaine, yeah.
They do all three.
All
just
three
like,
at the same
comment,
time.
and subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe. We all do them all at the same time. That's
not a
goal.
good idea.
Done.
All right, well,
Don't do any of that, by the way. That's a joke, you idiots.
Yeah. I feel like that wraps up our conversation. Yeah. You know, I revealed a little bit more than I probably should have on this podcast, but you know what? That's what we're here for. You guys are supposed to learn from the decisions that I make and apply them to your life. Take it with a grain of salt. There's a lot of salt in the jar.
Yeah.
Mine's just a grain.
Listen, we're all salty idiots. We're all going to die at some point. Let's make right now matter. I think that's cool.
And we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
We could